Following up our discussion on extended vowels, the next thing that we are going to touch on is extended consonants. We have discussed how each katakana or hiragana character is equivalent to one syllable in the Japanese language. However, an exception to this is you may sometimes see smaller versions of characters following a bigger version. In this case, those two characters combine to create one single syllable. This is most often seen when a small ya, yu, or yo are added to a Japanese character which ends with the e sound, such as sha, or nyu, or kyo. And of course, if you're reading the Romaji writings of Japanese words, you'll still see this mixed in there, but it really makes a lot more sense once you have that katakana and hiragana background and see it in its pure form. So what we're touching on here in regards to the double consonants is another case of a small katakana or hiragana character following a larger character that comes before it. And this is the small tsu character. Perhaps this has led to a little bit of confusion if you are already studying katakana or hiragana, because seeing this, again, you know that this represents tsu. And then you see this small version in the middle of a word, and it can be confusing how it all comes together, but that's what we're going to be demystifying today. Let's take the word gakko, for example, which means school. As you can see, that small tsu character is in there, however, there is absolutely no tsu sound to be found. Instead, what this does when you see this small tsu character, and it can be in either katakana words or hiragana words, is it extends the following consonant. Notice that it wasn't gakko, it's gakko. There's a real emphasis on the K sound following the small tsu character. If written in Romaji, it will likely just show two of the same consonant following each other. And just like with the extended vowel, it's very important that when you see this double consonant, that you do enunciate it, that you don't just ignore it, because it could completely end up changing the word that you're trying to say. One last thing which we are going to look at in this video is the n character, or just the letter N. This character is very unique as it is the only character in the entirety of the Japanese language that only represents a consonant with no vowel following it. In a previous lesson, we discussed how even if you don't know katakana or hiragana, a trick that you can use to find out how the syllables are separated is each time you see a vowel, you know that the next syllable begins after that. The one exception to that rule being this n character, which has a hiragana and a katakana writing. This single character, that one single n sound, is considered its own individual syllable in Japanese. And you need to be careful that in any words which include this character, it is properly pronounced. Take the Japanese greeting, for example, konnichiwa. It is very easy to accidentally miss that additional n in the middle and just say konnichiwa. But that would be incorrect. It's actually kon, so ko, that's the first syllable, and then the n, the n, so konnichiwa. 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 You should be able to distinctly notice the n character preceding the ni character. They are two distinct sounds. This is also another situation where when written in Romaji, that double N will often be left out. So just another case for learning hiragana and katakana as soon as possible. Thankfully, the n character does not always precede other characters which start with the letter N, which in that case makes it much more noticeable and easy to distinguish, such as in the word shinbun. Shinbun, meaning newspaper. It's a lot easier to tell that there are those individual n characters in this word. I hope that you have found this video helpful and informative. If you have, please consider liking and subscribing, as it will help me get more Japanese language assistance videos to you, as well as check out itsudemojapanese.com. There will be a link in the description if you would like some personalized Japanese language assistance, which will really help you level up your ability. But with that, thank you once again so much for watching, and I wish you all of the very best on your Japanese language journey.